Hi, my name is Sanjay. I applaud the government for taking time to meet us, gather feedback, and I'd like to touch something quite sensitive, housing. Despite all the measures that the government has put in, including the hope for housing to be for singles, prices are still rising. They continue to rise, and they will still rise. They are always going to rise as long as land costs go up. With each successful bid is higher than the last, and it's not stopping. So private properties are at all-time high, then your resale prices are all-time high, and your BTO prices will then follow at all-time high. And this is not going to stop. High prices means low work-life balance, which you touch upon, less children, and anger from the young people, from those who don't have properties. Anger towards the government and anger towards foreigners.
Do you have a home?
No.
Are you going to apply for one?
I hope so.
Have you looked at the recent BTO prices?
Yes, I have.
And you claim that they're still rising?
The resale prices are rising.
Not resale, BTO. I mean,
Yes.
BTO.
No. BTO, yes, I agree, but not everybody can qualify for BTO. You still got a ballot. Not everybody can wait. Some people are above the income ceilings. There are some people who,
Okay, so that's
Yes, I mean, I'm touching on housing prices in general. They've really gone up a lot.
I think it's a valid point. I just wanted to get the facts right.
Yes, and
because the BTO prices have not gone up as you have said. I agree, maybe resale and private, but
correct.
Public housing, the priority is for first timers, as Boon says, and we're pushing out 25,000.
I mean, just to give an example, my brother recently applied for a flat. I mean, the resale flat, because he was above the income ceiling. And, just to get a flat, the COEs were still going at 50, 60, 70. And when he just finally got a flat at 45,000 COE, he celebrated, and then the owner pulled out, thinking he can get higher. I mean, this is really frustrating. And not only that, the bubble will come one day, and who's going to be responsible? That's my worry. Yeah, thank you.
Our assurance to you is BTO will be affordable. But the BTO in central areas will be limited. And we have to be realistic. I find it not odd, but I can understand it, that our aspirations of a first-time married couple, a lot of them want central areas, which just isn't there. So I would just advise paternally, fatherly, that perhaps consider a BTO in the estates in Punggol, Sengkang, so on and so forth are quite nice. Then when you're more established, then sell that and then upgrade. The other problem about those above the income ceiling now is about 90%, right? Up to about 10,000 for HDB, and then EC is about 12,000. So it covers 90%. His point is, what about those who get married later and now earn a lot, earn above combined income of 12,000 a month? How? We raised it recently from 8 to 10, right? Yeah. So at one MPS, exactly the same problem. A couple came to see me. They were very cheerful, they were nice people, and they were smiling, I thought, why they got problems, still smile, but then I found out later, they said, we want to have a BTO home, and HDB said we're above the income ceiling. The income ceiling then was 8,000, not 10,000, we raised it to 10,000. So I said, wow, this one difficult, because, our policy is we take care of the 80%, 20% you resale, you take care of yourself, because you're earning more. Then they said, yeah, so I said, okay, let me try to be creative, because I'm there as an MP, not as an minister, right? So I said, well, of course, if one of you don't work for some time, of course your combined income drop, but it must be for some time, that's correct. Well, so I said, well, sometimes you have a baby and then you don't work, then your income drop, then you can have a BTO. So I said, okay, let's see how stable the job is. Because at that time, I think, global financial crisis. I said, what's your job? At that time, I was in MOE. Said, I'm a teacher. Oh, no, nobody will sack you. You don't worry. Then I turned to the husband, what's your job? So I'm a commando. I said, wow. So I was in the MOE and Minister of Defense, Second Minister of Defense. I said, you also won't lose your job. So I said, this one hard to help you. But later on, we raised it to 10,000. But if we raised it to 10,000, they may have gone up. So it's a good problem. You understand what I mean? These are people who are earning well, each are earning more than 6,000 a month. How do we help them? Do we want to raise it further? Maybe, we can consider that. But I think it's right that our public housing first takes care of the bottom 90%. The 10% we have to find creative solutions, as they say. So bear with us, let's see how we can do that. But that's our goal. But by the way, no other country talks about having public housing for the top 30%, let alone the top 10%.